let's continue on with that plan then. Okay, this is this thing. We won't ruin your relationship. Oh. Things have stopped skipping. Is this like the drunk Aussie thing? Let's see. Late one night, late as in 2 in the morning late, there was a knock at my door. I shifted groggily out of bed and stumbled over to the door, opening it with a yawn. Yeah? Okay, well, there's Brendon. Brendon pushed his way into my room, smelling like the floor of the Crafty Crown after a hard day's work. He yanked the chair away from my desk and sat down on it, arms crossed. Whatever's going on, do we have to do this now? I was kind of in the middle of sleeping. In your jumper. Weren't you shirtless when Aussie woke you up not that long ago? Flynn, what you doing? Oh. Brendon glared at me. Oh boy, yep, he's drunk alright. Well, makes sense, I guess. Let's hear what he has to say. Should be good. Look here, you little short pants, Mr. Big New York Shot. He waved a pointed finger at me, or at least at my general vicinity. That was when I realized he was drunk. I came here, and I'm gonna tell you a few things. Set the record. Wasn't gonna. Now I am. So you better be happy, or I'll smash your face. Yeah. Let's just save there, shall we? That way I don't have to do this again. Brendon? Drunk as a skunk. Perfect. And then we can try out other options if we so desire. But in the meantime, please do go on. I sat on the edge of my bed and stared at him. Okay. So, I'm an asshole. I couldn't disagree there. I have reasons that I'm like this. And those reasons are that I'm an asshole. Now he was just repeating himself. I did stupid shit because I could, and I got the wrong friends, so I did more stupid shit. Anybody crossed us, I messed them up, you know? No, you don't know. You don't want to know about the things I've seen. What was he even talking about? He wasn't looking at me now, just staring at the floor and rambling. Stupid cops, stupid money, stupid asshole mistake. I was scared, okay? I had to flush the stuff. What stuff? He laughed until the laughter broke off in a hiccup. Of course, you wouldn't know. How'd you grow up in New York and never make a trade? Your mama keep you wrapped up? Drugs. He was talking about drugs, wasn't he? Well, don't. Don't do it. It's stupid. I can't go home anymore. Not unless I want them to go after my sister again. And I've gotta kiss Oscar's ass, and... What? Time out. What? So... he got in with the wrong crowd, dealing drugs. And then, did the police go out? I guess, wouldn't make sense for the police to go after his sister. I guess the drug dealers went after his sister? Because he probably lost the money on that drug deal?
Why are they not going after his sister now? Was the compromise he had to leave the country? And how's Oscar involved in all of this? Brendon, I have more questions now.
He hiccuped again and scratched the side of his face. So don't you dare judge me when you see me doing things you don't approve of. Nobody's innocent. Not even kids. You gotta fight for your right to stay alive. Something. I still wasn't entirely sure what he was trying to say. Was he apologizing or just telling me off? He stood up, moving away from the desk. Stupid fucking preppy shit. Look at you. Think you're some Ivy League crap. I could never get into an Ivy. I didn't even bother to apply. Jesus, you're such a beta.
I was not expecting the shirt to come off after that line. I'm suddenly starting to see where this could go. Alright. Continuing.
He grabbed the bottom of his t-shirt and yanked it up over his head. I'm not. What? What was happening here? Man, you are seriously drunk. You stupid bastard, you think I don't know? Got drunk on purpose, it's the only way. He stepped closer, bringing his bare chest far too close to where I was sitting, frozen on the edge of the bed. To make it up to you. Was he offering sex as an apology?
Get out of here! That's what I should say. Yeah. Well, we are going for that special ending, so buckle up. I think it's gonna get real special.
Worthless, whiny little wimp with your pansy-ass glasses and your prissy bitch sweater. He gave me a rough shove, knocking me back against my pillows. Jarred by the motion, my glasses slid off my face, and I was too rattled to retrieve them. No muscles. Skin like a baby. Barely even see the sun. His weight held me down. His body was solid and hot against mine. Broad fingers seized hold of my shirt and sweater, tugging them up away from my waistband. I couldn't think. What did guys do to each other? I had no idea.
You didn't ask these questions when you were with Danny. Oh. The ultimate insult. Thanks, Brendon.
Virgin.
Oh my. Well, I'm glad that's slightly obscured now. Wow, that is, wow. Okay. This is gonna definitely have to be cropped for the thumbnail. Yeah.
His hand brushed over the growing bulge in my pants, and my entire body shuddered. I'll show you. And I let him.
Okay, well, it's not obscured now. So that means, yeah. So, would that indicate that Flynn got aroused once the shirt came off? Because Flynn wasn't drunk. Right? Is that what that meant? I am... I'm blown away. Wow, okay.
Afterwards, Brendon left the room and I lay in my bed stunned. What had we done?
What what have you done indeed? Flynn! Flynn, what happened? Oh. Oh, okay, this is new, talking about what we're gonna miss. I was just thinking how that all went down is how I would imagine Bakugo and Deku would get together in My Hero Academia if they ever were to get together. That had strong Bakugo Deku vibes for me. Oh, or Midoriya, if you prefer. But anyway. Oh, that was that was crazy. Okay. What was before this? Okay, let's start from here.
Looking around the room, I realized I had less than 3 weeks left in England. It was almost time for me to go home. All the people that I had met here, all the adventures we had, dinners with Ashley, fights with Angelo, weird conversations with Mark, Peggy's effervescent energy, Danny's guidance, Jihyo's artwork, even Aussie and her attitude, even James. Soon I wouldn't be able to see them again. And then there was Brendon. God. He hadn't even spoken to me since that night in my room. Maybe he'd meant it as a one-time thing? Maybe he'd been so drunk he didn't remember what we'd done. Either way, I didn't dare ask him about it now in front of everyone. I wasn't even sure what I wanted to say to him. I needed to figure that out soon because my time in England was coming to an end. Soon it would be all over and I would be gone.
Yeah, what are you gonna say to this guy that the arrow's pointing at? Okay. Well, this is definitely uncharted territory.
I caught up with Brendon on his way back to the hostel from the Crafty Crown. Hey, can we talk? What? Shit. Are you following me, you little creep? Get out of my way. He wasn't going to make this easy, was he? I need to talk to you. We can do it here if you want, but... Shut up. He practically hissed the words at me. I was right, he didn't want anyone else overhearing this. Then come to my room. All the way there, I could see Brendon's eyes flickering around, watching to be sure that no one noticed he was with me. His body language, though, wasn't nervous at all, just annoyed. I wondered if Brendon had ever taken acting classes. It didn't really seem like his kind of thing, but he might have good stage presence. If he could remember his lines.
These are such weird thoughts by Flynn. Just side note.
Shaking my head, I stepped into my room and closed the door behind us. Well, what do you want? We're even now, aren't we? Even? For setting you up. I paid you back, so it's done. Paid me? I got you off, didn't I? What more do you want?
Brendon, your thought process is interesting.
It was a valid question. What did I actually want from Brendon?
There's no way he's gonna be up for a relationship. There's no way! What do I want? I mean, this he might be okay with. This will be like, are you kidding me? But I feel like he would do it. I don't think this is gonna work at all. Well, for curiosity's sake, I need to know.
I don't want to be your secret. I want a relationship with you. What? We're obviously attracted to each other. It's been there all along. Now we know, and we don't have any more reason to hide it. So let's forget about what happened before and start over. Go on a real date like normal people. Jesus. You have to be shitting me.
He placed his hand against my chest and shoved me away, sending me stumbling over the uneven rug.
Listen up, dickface. I do not date guys. Why? Because I am not gay. I do not like you. I am not attracted to you. You are a body, nothing more than that. And I can get it up with anything, no matter how ugly. Probably wouldn't even have to be human.
Is that really something to boast about?
God. If I'd known you were this pathetic, I wouldn't have bothered. You were born to be a patsy.
I could tell everyone what you did.
Go ahead. Who the hell is ever going to believe you?
With that, he left the room. Shaken, I sat on my bed, then flinched as I remembered what we'd done there not so long ago. How would I ever imagine that Brendon actually liked me? I really was a sucker, wasn't I? Yeah, you really were. So, we're not gonna continue down that line. I was just curious exactly what that was going to do. The only thing I can see him being up for is this. So let's see. I mean, he said he can get out with anybody. It's just a body.
I was hoping I could return the favor. What?
Look, I don't know about you, but I'm only here for 2 more weeks, then I'm gone. I'm not dating anybody, and I'm not going to be. So, what do you say we spend some time together? No complications. I'm sure there's a lot you could teach me.
That's for sure.
So, will you tell me what you want me to do? I'm up for whatever.
I don't know. This is kind of weird.
He scratched his head, and I stayed quiet and gave him space to think about it. I like confounding Brendon.
Well, if I'm getting laid and there's no strings, I guess there's no reason not to.
It wasn't the most enthusiastic endorsement, but like him, I didn't have anything better to do with my time. I mean, what more of an endorsement do you need than, I don't have anything better to do. Hi, Ashley.
Thank you so much for doing me this favor, Flynn.
It's no problem. Today I was helping Ashley by acting as her mannequin. She'd made an outfit for a friend and needed someone to model it so she could make the final touches, as it was a surprise. I happened to be the exact same size as this friend, so naturally I was the person she asked for help. As she gathered the fabric on my body and pinned it here and there, I started to feel a little self-conscious. She was so close to me, with her hands on my legs, trying to get the closest possible fit. I stared straight ahead, trying to ignore my mounting anxiety and prevent myself from changing the fit of my clothing.
Wow, it looks great on you.
She clapped her hands together.
I'm so happy. This is my first time trying a real outfit that someone can actually wear day to day. I've only done little bits for fancy dress on Halloween in the past.
Fancy dress?
You know, angels, brides, princesses, a bunny girl outfit.
Oh, costumes. Wait, were those your Halloween costumes?
Of course they were. Why?
I desperately tried not to picture Ashley in those outfits. No reason.
I wouldn't have been able to get it to look right without your help. Thank you so much. Do you mind taking it off now?
Sure.
Be careful, though. We don't want to lose any pins. We also don't want you to get stabbed. That would be bad.
I glanced at the rows and rows of pins sticking out of my arms, chests, and sides.
Right. I guess I should help you. Here.
She shoved me over to a corner of the room. I walked like a zombie, trying desperately not to rub against my other limbs.
Take off your clothes.
What? Here?
But you're standing right there.
Don't worry. We're close enough that it shouldn't matter. I'll help you.
It shouldn't matter. Easy for her to say. But there was no way I could get the outfit off without slow, careful help. I lifted my arms and started pulling the shirt up off my head. Ashley helped lift it off me. It was the slowest, most excruciating unrobing I had ever experienced. I stared at the wall ahead of me, picturing it from Ashley's angle. My skin peeking out from under the clothes, inch by inch by inch. Slowly.
Done! Don't turn around.
I heard Ashley skitter off to some part of the room, then something soft hit my head.
Put your clothes back on. I've really got to go, so thanks for your help. You're a great friend. I've got to... Bye!
I slipped my shirt on and turned around. Ashley was nowhere to be found. It was probably better to pretend that never happened. At least now I could be alone in my room for a while.
Take care of some things. That random Ashley scene was great. I wonder if that was her friendship ending. Yeah, okay, hi Brendon. Back to what we were trying to do.
That night, Brendon showed up at my door. You smell like a brewery. You would too if you did any work anymore. I'm a man of leisure now. I could visit you at the pub, have you make me a drink. Nah, I prefer you here.
Oh boy.
He peeled off his clothing. It was a sight I had not gotten tired of seeing.
Alright, you're as crazy as Malia, man.
Let's get to it then. Right. It wasn't love. It wasn't even a relationship, really. I didn't know what this was. But at least he was making my time in England more memorable.
Yeah? I mean... I guess that's true. I guess.
Brendon and I were relaxing in my room after our activities. While he was relaxing, I felt way too warm and a bit sweaty. It seemed like the English had never invented air conditioning, at least not outside of grocery stores. Brendon was from Florida, so he probably wouldn't notice unless the room were on fire. Are you going home? Huh? My semester's over. I'm on my way out soon and I'm not coming back. But I don't know how long you're here for. Are you going home for the summer? Or for good? Oh. No. I'm not going home. You're finishing your degree here? Maybe. Look, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. I guess I was just wondering. What? I had been thinking about whether we would keep in touch at all after this was done. Brendon didn't really seem like a letter-writing kind of guy, or even an email. And hell, if I phoned the hostel to talk to him, what would we talk about? No strings, it didn't mean anything, one and done. Still, would it really hurt to make the offer of being friends? I was wondering if I should send you a postcard when I got back to New York. Postcards? Who sends postcards? That's not even lame, it's just weird. He shrugged. Send one for the whole hostel. They'll all see it anyway. That's actually a good idea. What are you making that face for? You think I never have ideas? No, I think you have a lot of ideas. They just weren't usually anything resembling thoughtful.
Zing, 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 zing. He's like, fine, I'm putting my clothes back on.
Brendon pulled his clothes back on. See you around. Yeah. But not for much longer.
This is so weird. I think we actually have a better relationship with him than we did when we were Malia. Yeah, I made a lot of friends. Unexpected friends.
Yo, Flynn! Brendon intercepted me in the hallway just as I was returning to my room. Despite everything that had gone on between us, he almost never talked to me where anyone might see us. We'd kept it all discreet. What did he want now? Yeah? I wanted to say goodbye. Be more boring here without you around. So, guess I'll miss you. It gave my heart just the tiniest twinge, not just to hear him say it, but to hear him say it out here in the light of day.
I am blown away.
Yeah, me too. Silence. Then Brendon smiled. Good.
This is so weird.
He continued past me and down the staircase. Maybe we really had become friends after all.
How bizarre. Alright. There's more to see, apparently.
It was the night before I left. We were gathered in the kitchen, yet again eating one of Ashley's dishes. For me, it was probably for the last time. Nobody said anything about it, but it was clear everybody was around for a reason. I was leaving, and it was a solemn, subtle celebration for me. Or funeral, whichever. As we munched and chatted away like usual, one person seemed off. Brendon.
Brendon's actually here. Oh my gosh, is he actually going to confess?
He was much quieter than I had ever known him to be, and was watching the group with an almost frustrated look on his face. If I didn't know any better, I would have thought something was up. But it was Brendon. I couldn't imagine he was overwhelmed by deep thoughts.
Dang.
That's what I thought until he abruptly stood up. I would like everyone to be quiet. I have something to say. Back in May, after we came back from the trip to the beach, money was found missing from the register up in the front of the hostel. At the time, Flynn was blamed for it, but it wasn't him. I took the money. That's all.
I'm blown away.
He sat back down, picked up his fork, and began eating the spaghetti as if nothing had ever happened. I gaped at him.
You mean you've been letting Flynn take the fall for you this whole time?
Yeah, I meant for him to get in trouble. It's not like this was an accident.
But why?
Why not? Danny turned to look at me. Flynn, you're the one who's been most affected by this. What do you want to do about it?
I just noticed that Ashley's giving the angry stare she very rarely gives. I'm gonna save here too, so we have this for trying out other things. Brendon confessed. Alright. Since we're pally-pally somehow.
The debt's been paid, and he's confessed. As far as I'm concerned, it's settled. There's nothing left to do. I'm just glad he finally told you the truth. It was the only going-away present he would offer me. You're a better man than I am.
Alright. That was his goodbye gift, eh? Interesting. Oh, and this is different. Okay, Jinsu. Well, we have something to tell you, I guess.
So, is there a special someone that you're going to see again? Things got a little complicated. It's hard to explain.
That's all you have to say is you certainly did have a time, didn't you? Okay. Let's see if we got the special ending. Where are you, Brendon? We did. We got it. That was unexpectedly good. I think I like Brendon a lot more on Flynn's route than I did on Malia's. He's still a piece of crap, but he's got... I don't know. There's an interesting backstory there if you could ever get it out of him. Doesn't excuse him being an asshole, but he's interesting. Huh. Well, a lot of unexpected things, but I think overall that was a pretty positive thing. I don't know. It's weird. I feel weird about this. Yeah, I gotta move on. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me for Brendon's special ending. I don't know if it's possible to get, like, the bad and worst ending with him, because you don't really have a relationship the way you do when you're Malia. I think you can only get this one ending, but for some alternate choices, I think we should do some of the extra stuff that I saved at and just see what they say. Because I'm curious. I really want to know what else can happen there. Whether they lead to an official end or not, who can say, but let's find out what happens anyway. Hopefully I'll see you over there, guys. Thanks again for joining me for this, and until next time, I will see you later.